Hey everyone, thank you for joining me in today's practice. It's going to be a back bend. How do you feel? Let's start on our mat with some Qigong movement. It's not a Qigong class, but it's just a Qigong to wake us up, wake up the Qi. And I want you to take your time. It's a tough one. Smile, fall, and allow yourself to have fun. I see you on the mat. Namaste. All right, let's come onto the mat standing. Let's make sure you have your tools ready, block, strap, whatever you have. Bring the legs a little bit relaxed, knee a little bit bent. Yeah, a little bit of warm up before we start our yoga practice, and we're going to take it to Qigong. I notice most of you like the Qigong practice. Again, this is not a full-blown Qigong by all means. It's a great way to really awaken the Qi, be with the Qi, feel a different practice. That's the intention. So really feeling this, and then start to shake your hands vigorously. You feel like I'm bouncing. As you do this more often, so I'm shaking my hand as if there is something a little bit hot, but I'm also rocking back and forth. So if the concentration doesn't allow you, yeah, you can even start to bounce up and down, bounce up and down, bounce up and down. Let's do this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the hands. Just bring the hands in front of the belly. Inhale, the hands stretch up. Just mindfully. Exhale, draw the hands down. Do you feel a bit of warmness there? All right, we're gonna just tap. Keep your hands really relaxed, yeah? Just tap. Notice what you catch. Maybe back, maybe shoulder. Again, just maybe closing your eyes here. Taking the moment to set an intention for your practice. Your hands are loose, you're not tapping so much. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Focus on your breath. Let's do this for just 10 of these on your own silently. Slowly bring the hands in front of the belly. Reach the hands all the way up. And exhale, release the hands. Bring the legs together in front of the mat. Allowing yourself to feel that stillness. Legs are together, heels are slightly apart, tailbone under, belly pulls in. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Allowing your back to lengthen as you exhale, fold deeply. You can bend the knee here. Allowing your lower back to release. Allowing your head to release. Then inhale, sweep the hands all the way up. Finding that length. Exhale, bring the hands behind you. Interlace the hand, ground your legs, draw knuckles back. So lifting the hip, maybe here, again, this is your first one. Opening, tailbone under. The exhale, hinge from the hip, draw the knuckles forward. Bend the knee to make it easier and relax the head. Relax the shoulder. Make sure you're breathing in and out, feeling your back and your shoulder. Feel the length. Notice your breath. Take a big breath in. And roll yourself back up. Open the heart. Taking a back bend here. Return the gaze forward. Hands reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Flat back. Exhale, step the right leg back. Way back. Right knee on the mat. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. So as you reach the hands up, left knee is bent. Now I want you to pull from the hip, reach the hands forward, open the heart, head back. Or you can continue looking forward, but you start to feel your back engagement. Inhale, hands reach up. Then open the hands like a goalpost. Open the heart. Leaning back, feeling your belly as you draw shoulder down. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Inhale, tuck the right leg, lift the right knee. Exhale, press back into your first downward facing dog. Noticing your hands and your index finger. Noticing your heels. Inhale, rolling forward into your plank. Finding that length. Draw the belly in, ribcage in. Yogi push up as you start to lean forward. Look forward. Upward facing dog. Mindfully dropping the top of the legs on the mat. Finding that length. Exhale, tuck the toes under and come into a floating table. Feel your core engagement here. Exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, lift the heels. Legs are together, step forward or jump forward. Inhale, lengthen, flat back, number 7. Exhale, forward fold. Relax the head, relax the shoulder. You can bend the knee here to make it easy for you. Relaxing the head. Inhale, float the hands all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands behind you. Interlace the hand. Draw the knuckles back, lift the chest. You can look forward if this is not available for you on the neck, or you can look back. Continue to breathe. Exhale, hinge from the hip. Knuckles come forward. Legs are still together. Knees slightly bent. Release any tension on the back body. Let your head hang heavy. Breathe in and out. Maybe legs straight when you have it. Finding that length. Finding that breath. Exhale, release the hands on the mat. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Exhale, press the hands in front of the heart. Anjali Mudra. Lengthening the spine. Looking forward. Feeling that clarity in the brain. Yeah, as the blood just rushes back in the brain. Just feel before we go into our next move. Inhale, float the hands all the way up. Exhale, hinge from the hip. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Relax the head. Inhale, look forward to lengthen. Exhale, breathe here and take the left leg all the way back. Noticing your breath. And bring the left knee on the mat. At any point in time, if this is too much for the knee, I want you to pad the knee. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Start to look towards your thumb as they come together. Breathe in. And then draw the hands forward, slow motion, and lean back. Continue to look up and open the back body. Back bend. Like the goalpost your hands are, drawing the hands open in the heart. Feel the chest lift. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Inhale, tuck the left leg under, lift the left knee, look forward to lengthen. Exhale, take the right leg back, downward facing dog. Stay here for a moment, releasing any tension on the back body. Inhale, roll forward into your plank. I want you to look forward, engage your belly, lengthen the spine. Find your thumb and index finger, protect your wrist, pull your belly in, elbow hugs the rib cage, look forward, inhale, upward facing dog. Finding that length on the spine, finding a back bend here. Exhale, coming into that floating table, knees slightly bent, belly pulls in, rib cage in. Taking a big breath in here. Take the right leg back, keep the floating table, right leg back, finding that length, right knee back, floating table, left leg back. Noticing your back body, left leg down, left hand reach forward. Noticing your breath, left hand down, right hand reach forward. Exhale, draw the right hand down, take it back, downward facing dog. Relax the head, relax the shoulder. More, energize your hand, crawl the hands, that way you're not slipping and sliding like I am. Push the heels back, lengthen the spine. Lift the heels up, look between the hands, step or jump forward. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Finding that length, finding your shoulder, broaden across the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Relax the head, maybe bend the knee. Breathe in. Inhale, reach up, finding that length. Open the heart. And bring the hands in front of the sternum. Just want you to feel what's happening in the body. Most of the time we're moving, and moving. Inhale, hands reach up. Bring the hands behind you. Interlace the hand. Maybe pull the shoulders inward. Lift the heart. And then tuck the tailbone under and allow yourself to take a back bend. Exhale, hinge from the hip, forward fold. Doing a back bend and opening the heart is a very vulnerable pose. So maybe you feel a bit emotional here. Close your eyes and allow yourself to bend the knee and maybe straighten the leg when you're comfortable. Exhale, release the hands on the mat. Inhale, look forward second time and take the right leg back, way back. Right knee on the mat. Inhale, hands reach up. So find up, find that length. Start to lean back and then reach your hands forward. Open the heart. Feel your hip and allow yourself to pull back. Open the heart. Go post hands as you draw the hands. Open the heart. Lift the chest. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Tuck the right leg under. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, high lunge. Notice any difference, pulling in, opening the heart. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. And take the left leg back this time. Downward facing dog. Great job. Inhale, coming forward into plank. Hold your plank. Pull your belly in. Lengthen through the top of those legs. As you exhale, continue looking forward. Elbow hugs the rib cage. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Noticing your back body. Exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Great job, everybody. Back bend is one of those poses we don't want to visit. It's challenging, but we have to open the heart. We have to start to let go and come from a place of compassion. Bend the knee, look between the hand, either step or jump forward. Nothing wrong with stepping. Lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold. You want to take it a little bit deeper. You bring the hands behind the calf and work your head towards your toes. Continue to breathe in. And relax the head. Maybe close your eyes here. Working with your breath. Release those hands. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Then exhale, bring the hands behind you. Interlace the hand. You've got the hang of it now. Draw the knuckles down, tailbone under, back bend. Exhale, hinge from the hip. Keep the hands together. Forward fold. Relax the head, maybe bend the knee. Noticing what is happening. Maybe eyes closed. Maybe legs straight. You decide what feels comfortable. Finding that length. Finding that breath. Exhale, release the hands on the mat this time. Inhale, look forward to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Noticing your breath. Your hands are close to your feet. Your head hangs heavy. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, noticing your breath. And take the right leg back. Left leg back. Downward facing dog. Inhale forward into your plank. Noticing any difference. Yogi push up. Elbow hugging the rib cage. Upward facing dog. Opening the heart. Downward facing dog. Stay here. Feel what is happening. Feel the warmth. Legs are together. Bend the knee. Look between the hand. Either step or jump forward. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold. Relax the head. So relax the shoulder. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up. Hands reaching up. Exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart. Finding that length. Finding the breath. Inhale, float the hands all the way up. Exhale, hinge from the hip. Forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, look forward to lengthen. Exhale, stepping the left leg back. Taking a big step back. Lengthen left knee on the mat. Inhale, hands reach up. Another back bend. So hands come to touch. Look at the thumb. This helps make it easy. So as you hinge and bending that right leg, the right knee can pass the ankle here. Only when you are left knees down. So you're going to look back. You're going to pull the hip back. You're going to reach the hands forward. You're going to keep the head back. Maybe you look at the wall behind you. Go post hand. Open the hands and look forward. Neck is long. Exhale the hands to the mat. Tuck the left knee under. Lift the left knee rather, and take the right leg back into your plank. Great job, everyone. Look forward. Elbow hug the rib cage. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Just stay here for a moment. Breathe in and breathe out. I want you to notice your back. Does it feel any different? Taking a big breath in and a big breath out. Let it go. From here, bend the knee, legs are together. Look forward, step or jump forward. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold. Maybe you decide to take it a little bit deeper. You can walk your hands behind your heels, knees slightly bent, elbow comes behind the calf. Start to look forward and maybe straighten the legs. Head is coming towards the toes. Continue to work to straighten your legs. Feel your hamstring. Breathe in and out. Relax the face. Connect with your breath. Notice your back body. Taking a big breath in. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold deeply. Release the hands. From here, bend the knee. Make sure your fingertip can touch the mat. Finding that belly towards the thigh. Then inhale, hands reach up, our first chair pose. Finding that length, bring the hands in prayer and bring the prayer behind you. Your head cradles in the upper arm rather. Finding the tailbone under, opening the chest. So it's a slightly back bend here. Legs are hugging in, finding maybe looking up. Finding your breath, finding your shoulder. Stay here for a moment. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, push into your legs and reach the hands up. Standing in mountain, hands reaching overhead. Breathe in and breathe out. Taking a big breath in, reach your hands back behind you. Open the heart, open the shoulder. You can up out if any time. And now, bend the knees slightly, push the hip back, and find that modified chair. Drawing the knuckles down, lifting, tailbone under now. Finding your breath, hugging the knee together. Find a corner on the wall, straighten your legs, start to lean back, open the heart. Hinging forward and fold. Release any tension here. Release the shoulder. Release the face. Exhale the hands to the mat. Inhale, look forward. Finding that length. Finding that breath. Taking one more breath here. Exhale, inhale the left leg back, way back. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. High lunge on this side. Noticing your breath. Shoulder away from the ears. Exhale the hands to the mat. And take the right leg back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, roll yourself into your plank. Rounding through the back body. Finding your shoulder, finding your legs. Look forward, lean forward, elbow hugs the rib cage. Commitment. Inhale, upward facing dog. Noticing your breath. You got it. Lower your knee on the mat and take child's pose. Inhale, come into hands and knees, tabletop. So cat and cow, inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Noticing your back body. Again, inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Relax your neck. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. One more time on your own. Come into neutral spine. Tuck the toes under. Keep the knee bent. Floating table. Exhale, press back. Downward dog. Float the right leg up. Push into those hands, lengthen. Maybe walk your hands towards your feet. Just hang out here for a moment. Pointing your toes, lengthening the spine. Find your shoulder. Just breathe in, extending through that back leg. Take one big step in between the hand. Prepare yourself and come into warrior one. Noticing your breath. Hands reach up, look towards your thumb. Reach the hands forward, lean back, open the heart. Finding your breath, making sure you're breathing here. Goalpost hand, open the hands. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Push into those hands. Then take one step and take the left leg all the way up. Finding your standing split. Going a little bit further in the pose. Finding length now, coming to a flat back. Exhale, bring the left leg to meet with the right. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Bringing the thumb in and hands together. Open, tailbone under. Finding your breath. Opening the chest. Inhale, push into the leg and reach the hands all the way up. Finding that length. Exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back or jump back into your vinyasa. Upward facing, top of the legs on the mat. Finding that length. Downward facing. Relax the shoulder. Finding that length. Walk your hands in. Right leg on the mat. Inhale, float the left leg all the way up. You can point toes. Feel the back of that left leg and right leg. Drawing belly in, rib caging. Stretch out. Finding that length. Finding that breath. Exhale, draw that knee to the nose, rounding here. Pushing into those hands. Look between the hand. Left leg down. Inhale, prepare yourself and rise up into warrior one. Square the hip here. Find your hands touching, look up, and then reach your hands forward. Shoulder right away, plugs away from the ears. Start to lean back. Go post hand, open those hands. Shoulder, chest. Exhale the hands to the mat. Great job. Frame the front foot. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Point toes, extend. Finding that length. Finding your shoulder is so important. And lift. Finding your integrity in the pose. And then bring the right leg to meet with the left mindfully. Inhale, rise up into your chair pose. Tailbone under to start. Bring the thumb and hands together. Open the heart. Start to lean back. You sit at a comfortable chair. Open the heart. Look up. Then inhale, stand up. Reach your hands all the way up. Exhale, circle the hands back down. Forward fold. Inhale, look forward to lengthen. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Just let it go. Plant the hands on the mat. Bend the knee. Step back or jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Finding your breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. You're doing great. It's a tough sequence. Just allow yourself to have fun. Inhale, legs are together. Take the right leg up. Now bend the knee, open the hip. We feel warmth on our back body. Left leg behind the right one, mindfully. Inhale, lift on up, left leg straight while thin. Now, stay here, or I want you to push into the left foot, knees bent, and bring the right hand down into your wheel pose. Noticing you can walk, you can rock. Be comfortable. If we have to come out a different way than we went in, so be it. But being mindful to tuck that tailbone under. When you have it, you're going to bring the left hand forward, pick the right leg up, right hand down, and take the right leg to the sky. Finding that length, squaring the hip. Exhale, right leg in between the hand. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. How we doing? Tough pose. Finding the length, open your hands. Reach your hands overhead. Finding the length, open the heart. Connect with your legs. and feel your back body. Find a particular spot and continue to bend that right leg. Find the left leg and smile. It's challenging, but sometimes the challenging poses is what we need in our asana practice, in our yoga practice. Extend those hands out. Peaceful warrior, reverse warrior, opening. Finding that length on the side body. Finding your shoulder. Straighten the right leg. Feel your right hip. And then hinge from the hip. You can use a block outside of your right foot and hang out here in triangle pose. Just breathe in. Breathe out. Try to relax the right shoulder. Try to pull on your right knee and find the length. From here, exhale the left hand down. Bend the right leg and bring your right knee to the mat. Right hand forward in cat kiss. The left hand wraps around. Open. So you know where we're going now, back bend. Then inhale, lift on up, open the heart. We're going to exhale, round here, push your elbow towards your belly. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Pushing your hip back. Inhale, left. Exhale, round. Inhale, left. Reach the hands all the way up. Exhale, draw the hands to the mat. Tuck the left leg under, lift the left knee, and take the right leg back into your plank. Great job, everybody. Yogi push up, look forward, upward facing dog. Finding that length, downward facing. Great job. This is I try not to teach a back bend pose because it's very challenging. It brings up emotions that we don't know that exist. So I want you to take an inventory and see, how am I feeling in my back body? Continue to lengthen. From here, we're going to bring the forearm on the mat. Dolphin pose, another great one for a back bend. We're working on pincha. Maybe start to walk your legs in. It's also a restorative pose. Notice your hamstring, finding the length. Walking the legs a little bit in and noticing your hamstring. Resist the urge to come down in child's pose. Pull your belly in, find the length. Taking a big breath in, push into those hands and press back into downward dog. From here, take the left leg up. Finding your shoulder, bend the knee, open the hip. You don't have to go any further. This is another back bend, but as our back is open, it's easy for us to move. Bring the left leg behind the right. That's all you gotta do. Left leg straight, inhale, lift on up, while thin. Option to go into the wheel pose. If you did so on the right, please make sure you complete on the left. So opening, you can rock forward and back, adjusting the hand to where you are comfortable. Or you can stay still, but tailbone is under, your eyes is open, your breath is effortless. Coming back to stillness and slowly bringing yourself back into the left side. The left hand comes back on the mat and take the left leg to the sky. Great job. Draw the left knee towards the forehead, rounding here, releasing any tension on the back. Look between the hand, left leg in between the hand. Pivot in the right leg, inhale, rise up, warrior two. Noticing your warrior, and then reach the hands overhead. Relax the neck and feel the strength on your legs. Breathe in and breathe out. Belly pulls in, back is nice and straight as much as you can. Bending the left, squaring the hip. Reach the hands out, extending. Taking a big breath in, peaceful warrior, reverse warrior. Opening, keeping that left knee pointing forward, shoulder away from the ears. Straightening the left leg, noticing your back, and then reach the hands forward, either to a block or to the shin or big toe. Right hand reach up, finding the length. And also the warmth and really connecting back with your breath. Again, soften your gaze. You can always adjust your neck here. Taking one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, release the right hand down. Frame the front foot. Inhale, rise up into your crescent lunge. High lunge. One more on this side. As you draw the right knee down. Release the top of that left leg. Yeah, how are we doing? Noticing your shoulder, adjusting the legs. It's one of those things that we do in yoga. We're like, oh, did we mean to come here? Yes, we meant. Left hand forward, right hand wraps, eagle arm, hands in eagle pose. Noticing your hands lifting, yeah? So from here, we're going to bend the left leg. We're going to lift the elbow to the sky. Open. And we're going to round here as we draw in, hip reaches back. Inhale, lift. Taking your time, being mindful, connecting with the movement. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, unravel those hands like a goalpost, reach back. Exhale, open the wings, look forward. Exhale the hands down. Tuck the right leg under, lift the right knee. Take the left leg back and come into plank. Just resetting the back, noticing any difference. Yogi push up, elbow hugs the ribcage, continue looking forward. Upward facing dog, finding that length, lifting the knee off the mat. Exhale, lower the knees and take child's pose. Releasing the back, finding that length, finding the breath. From here, coming back into those hands, take the left leg forward. Noticing. You can always add a padded knee on the right side. Hands reach up. Now bring the left elbow on top of the right leg. We're going to bend the right leg. You can use a strap. One step is catch it. The second step is you bring your right elbow inside. The leg inside the elbow. Being mindful, if you wobble, then reach the left hand up and catch the right hand. Notice your breath. You can always release if it's too much, but make sure you are comfortable. Even I struggle in the pose. Exhale, release the right leg. Bring the hands down. Roll to the outer edge of the left leg. Find that length. Look forward. Open the heart. Noticing the lower back. Open the shoulder. Maybe bringing the forearm on the mat. Only when you are comfortable. Finding that back body. Lengthen. Inhale, come back into the hands. And step the left leg back to meet with the right knee. Wiggle the hip to the left side. And to the front and to the right. and come back to center. Taking the left leg back and bring it in between the hand, the same left leg, and bring the right leg all the way to the sky. Standing split. Feel any tension here. You can start to point toes and then bring the right leg to meet with the left. Find that length, flat back. Exhale, fold. Relax the shoulder. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up. Finding the length. Bring the hands in front of the heart. Inhale, reach up, open. Exhale, fold. Finding the length on the back body. Inhale, look forward to lengthen. Exhale, this time step the left leg back, way back. Left knee on the mat. Inhale, hands reach up, low lunge. I want you to notice your breath. Now, I want you to bring the right elbow on front of the right knee and then lean in. Again, this is the only time the knee can pass the ankle, and then catch the left leg. Yeah, this much you start to feel. You can always skip this. You can start to bring that left leg in the groove of the left elbow. Again, check in, how is my knee doing? And then the right hand can reach and catch. Open the heart. You can look up or look forward. Make sure you're breathing. Release the hand and tuck the left leg under. Finding that length. Exhale, bring the hands inside the right leg. Roll to the outer edge of the right leg. It's a lizard modification. Make sure you're breathing in and out. Look forward. So as you look forward, you're bringing your chest forward. It becomes another back bend. Exhale, maybe bring the forearm on the mat. Releasing any tension in the lower chakra. Noticing your breath. The poses that challenges us is the poses that we need to do more often, not the easy poses, yeah? The lesson that needs to be learned is to open. If you're finding the back bend challenging, it's a good one we need to revisit all the time. Taking a last breath in and start to make your way into the hands, and the right leg is under. Then finding that length, inhale, lifting the left knee, pausing here for a moment, bending the right leg, and then inhale, lift that left leg up. Standing split. You can use your right hand on the right ankle, square the hip, or try to open the hip and lift. Continue to release any tension on the lower back. Finding your breath. Exhale, bring the left leg to meet with the right. Inhale, look forward to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Just release here. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart. Step the left leg out. And then draw the right toes to point forward. Create space. Legs are straight, hands on the hip. Look forward to lengthen. Finding your breath. Keep your hands on your hip. And then come into a flat back. Finding your breath. And as you exhale, start to lower. But notice as you keep your hands on your hip, I want you to push your hips back and then reach your head forward. Keep your hands there. Find that length, then interlace the hand and reach the knuckles forward. Maybe they come to the mat, but draw your legs and hug your knee towards each other. Breathe in and breathe out. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, release the hands on the mat. Look forward to lengthen the spine. Over to the left side, bend the left leg, then inhale, rise up into crescent lunge, high lunge. Pushing that right leg back. Left hand forward, right hand wraps around 1 or 2. Then inhale, lift and sink in, open the heart. Open, find your back bend. Breathe into it. Eyes is open. Look forward. Release the hands. Open the hands like a goalpost. Take the hands back. Interlace the hand. Now lean forward. Prepare yourself. Make room for yourself. And then inhale, lift on up into warrior 3. Point toes and extend. Straighten the left leg. Straighten the right leg. Finding that length. Finding your neck. Lower the right leg on the mat. Come back to warrior 2. Notice your right leg is active equally as the left. Reach both hands up, straighten the legs. Pivot the left leg in. Point the right leg out. Finding your breath and come back into the warrior 2 here. Noticing your shoulder. Finding your length. Stay here for a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, it's challenging poses, so what? So allowing your shoulders again to reset. Feeling what needs to let go. Finding your length. Then inhale, tuck the left leg under and come into crescent lunge, high lunge. Right hand forward, the left hand does the wrapping. Open, and then sink in. Find comfortable in the pose. Then inhale, lift. At least 3 to 5 breaths. Start to release. Hands reach up like a goalpost. Open those wings. Hands behind you. Interlace the hands. Straighten your right leg for a moment. Then bend the right leg. Look forward. Adjust the leg. Lengthen the spine. Then inhale, lift. Point that left toes as much as you can. And then open. To stay here, breathe into any tension on the lower back. Right leg straight as much as you can. Taking one more breath here. Bending that right leg. Land softly back into warrior 2. Belly posing, repaging. Straighten the legs and hands reach up. Point your right leg in. Finding your breath. Stay in here. Then walk your leg in. Just slide your leg in until you're comfortable. Finding your shoulder. And then breathe. And then start to bend the leg. Maybe the hips touches the mat. And then find yourself in Malasana. Open. Maybe moving right and left. Right and left. Feeling maybe you're hearing crackles. Maybe you're just opening. Keeping your tailbone under. Lift your chest. Gaze is forward. Neck is not stressed here. Exhale, lower yourself to the mat. And lift your legs up into Navasana as I face the front of the mat. Finding your shoulder. Knee bent easier. Legs a little bit straight, a little bit harder. You start to find more balance. Lower halfway. Stay here, commit. Your back resets. Keep the head lifted, keep the toes active. Taking a big breath in. Exhale, lower, bend the knee. See whether you can touch with your middle finger. Then inhale, lift the hip. Squeeze those bumpsy, interlace the hand, draw knuckles down, lift the chest, push into those legs, and now lift the heels, checking in the back is okay, dropping the heels, lift your toes. Then when you have it at your own time, release the hands and then come back into your back. Hit the legs up, stay in here, reach the hands overhead, lengthen. And then from here, you're gonna bend the right leg, bring the left ankle on top of the right. And then thread your hand in the keyhole and catch the right shin. Flex the left leg, reclining pigeon. There's still compassion in yoga. So making sure your left leg is flexed, hugging your right knee towards the midline, feeling your IT band. Release the hands from the keyholes, hands reach overhead. Send the legs to the sky, straight legs, back is flat. Bending the left leg on the mat, right ankle. And then hands come to the keyhole, catch. Flex the right leg, reclining pigeon. You can do the active pigeon if you still have it. Draw shoulders down, belly pulls in, back is flat. Finding your breath once more. Releasing the legs on the mat. Then inhale, lift the legs up, catch the outer edge of the foot and come into happy baby. Finding that length, resetting the back, maybe rocking side to side. Want you to feel, how is my back body? How am I? What emotions am I hiding? We tend to hide a lot in our body. So I encourage you to release if there is any emotions from this practice. I want you to let it go. It serves its purpose. Taking a big breath in, bring the legs together and bring the sole of the feet to touch. And we take reclining butterfly pose. So make sure you push into the hip and tailbone is under. Push into the back. You can choose any spot you like to put your hands. I generally like to put one on top of my heart and one on my belly. You can take a full-blown Shavasana. Allow yourself to find your breath once more. Close your eyes and go within. Breathe in and breathe out. With each breath, I want you to be observant of your thoughts. And at any point in time, you find yourself wondering, return back to your breath. Taking a big breath now. Reach the hands overhead, lengthen. If you're in the Sutta Baddha Konasana, an opportunity to straighten your legs. Relax the shoulder. Start to wiggle the toes. Rotate the ankle. Just take your time. Wiggle the fingers. Rotate the wrists. And then roll your hands to the side of your body. Shrug the shoulders, squeeze the knees, squeeze the legs. Then exhale. Squeeze everything, legs, belly, hug everything in. Exhale. Hug your right knee in. Give it a squeeze. Hug your left knee in. Hug both knee inward. And then bring your head towards your knee. Release the head. Bring the hands behind your knee and then rock back and forth a couple of times. This helps to massage the back. Maybe at any point in time, you can come up and come to a sit. Find yourself in a comfortable seat. Bring the hands on top of the knee, palm open. Close the eyes. Just breathe mindfully with awareness. Inhale, hands reach up. And we twist to the right side. Drawing the shoulder down. Lengthening the spine. Returning your gaze forward. Hands reach up. And we twist to the opposite side. Draw belly in. Start to look back. Open the heart. Return your gaze forward. Hands reach up. Then open the hands. Press everything away. Bring the hands forward, rounding through the back. And then bring the hands in front of the heart. Feel your heart. Noticing your breath. Draw your chin towards your chest. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Bring the hands to the third eyes as we salute each other. Namaste. Gently open the eyes, and a little smile goes a long way. Thank you. Yeah? Thank you.